everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then welcome. Today's video is something that no one has explicitly asked me to do. I have been like DM'd about some of these questions before but not requested to do a specific video, but I figured let's just put it all in one place. So as you see from the title, this is all about like DCP, YouTube and vlogging. Generally the tips do apply to more broad vlogging and starting a YouTube channel. Quick disclaimer is that obviously I am very small relative to most of YouTube. I just hit 5,000 subscribers, which was a huge deal for me, and I feel like that's like something to be proud of within DCP YouTube because it's quite a small community, but I do know that in the grand scheme of things, I'm not anything special, so please don't think that I think I am. But these are tips that generally apply to people who are going to do the Disney College program, which is an American program where you can go and work for Disney World and be in the parks. In the past couple years, DCP YouTube has blown up. Like, I started watching the videos with Tparty a few years back, and then Sarah Beth got really big, and Janie, and then obviously everyone knows about Chase Russell, Michelle Bay, and Emily Enchanted, and Kyle Palo now as well. So there are a few like really big names. Then there are some people in the middle like me who are like doing alright, and then there's like tons of people who have like a few hundred subscribers and probably want more but don't really know like how to get it there or what they're doing wrong, I guess. This is also for people who are like just starting out as well, things that you could do to try and grow your channel as quickly as possible. A quick background on me: I started YouTube, I think it was 2015, like in the summer. I uploaded a video about my experiences like meeting Taylor Swift on her tour. Then it was like that December, me and my sister started filming videos together, and then it was like a whole year until I got accepted onto my Disney College program, and then I vlogged the first one. Those vlogs were alright, but I didn't grow a channel from that. It was like I had 200 subscribers by the end of my program, and then when I went to start the second one, because I did two programs, I started with maybe 400 subscribers, and that was last June. So here we are in May with 5,000. So I feel like that's pretty good growth for the year that I was really like committing to YouTube, because before that it was just kind of like a side thing. Before you go for your Disney College program, these are the things I think you should do to kind of set yourself up for a good start. The first thing is just start filming. Don't wait until you've arrived, because it's really mad when you're there to like get the hang of like filming and editing and uploading and trying to grow an audience when you're already so busy. So I would say try and do some of those like basic videos like DCP tag, I got accepted, my Disney story or stuff like that. Try and be creative if you can, but just generally practice your vlogging and editing as well. Practice like cutting clips together, finding non-copyright music if you want to be monetized, which I'll talk about later on, and just generally like the whole swing of filming and uploading and creating. Also at this time I think it's good to make like a list of videos you would like to make when you're there, because like I've said, DCP YouTube is getting kind of saturated and people are just doing the same old stuff like, oh, the check-in vlog, oh, resort hopping, oh, traditions, 4 parks one day, the kitchen sink challenge, eating around the world, drinking around the world. There's a lot of the same stuff, and if you want to like stand out, try and get some more like original ideas. I know it's like easier said than done, but when you've got the time before you fly out, just try and like get a notebook and just sit and have a brainstorm session. The other thing I really recommend is getting your branding down. This is like if you want to actually grow your channel, not if you're just posting like vlogs for family and friends, but if you actually want to like grow an audience. This is really important, because when people go onto your channel page, they'll see it all, and if it doesn't look like professional, they're not going to subscribe probably. So try and get a channel header, which is the bit at the top when they click on your page. It's a bit like, you know, Facebook cover photos, but it has like these kind of really thin dimensions. So try and get something for that. Get a profile picture that kind of matches that, or at least looks professional, isn't just like a webcam selfie. Well, no one does webcam selfies anymore, but you get what I mean. Make it like cohesive, and then from there try and get thumbnails that match the overall look as well. You're trying to create like an aesthetic, I guess, so it should all be like a package that people subscribe to. Some really good websites for doing thumbnails are Canva and also PicMonkey. I use Canva myself. I do not claim to have good thumbnails. It's been an ongoing journey with me trying to have good thumbnails. Some of mine are absolutely tragic, I know, but some people do really good ones ones. Emily Enchanted does great ones. Part of Brooke's World is really good. Once Upon a Bron, they all have really good thumbnails, so go check them out for some good examples. But I'll drop like all their channels down below. This is like a big shout out video, so hey guys if you're watching. So just try and get like a whole look kind of sorted, like a font that you really like using. Thumbnails are actually pretty important because at the end of the day it's like, we say a cover is not the book, but if your thumbnail's like sketchy and not interesting, people aren't going to click on it. Same goes for the title. It has to be like a whole matching package. So try and get a good thumbnail design down. Also avoid using clickbait, because if people do click on it and then they only watch it for like the first minute and they figure out that what you said wasn't true, they're going to click off it, and then your view time will go way down and YouTube will punish you for it in the ranking. So you want to create quality content with titles that match. Yes, do like a cheeky little like spin on it, but don't say something that's completely untrue. I mean, at the end of the day, YouTube is a creative thing, so you want to show your creativity through your whole art. Another thing that adds to that is having an end screen. I didn't have an end screen for my whole first program. I just had this awful thanks for watching glitter art thing. Wasn't good. Basically an end screen is the last like 20 seconds of your video. It's a template and then you can add links to your other videos and a subscribe button. So it just is like a nice finish to your video to make it look complete and again cohesive, and it also keeps people on your channel for longer because YouTube can suggest the best video they'd most likely be interested in clicking on next. So your watch time goes up and YouTube will recommend your videos to more people. The other thing that you should try and do before you go out is just start like networking, which sounds really weird and really like just a bit strange because it's supposed to be a really fun thing, but start like watching other people's videos and commenting on them genuinely, not just like, love your video, I'm vlogging too, check out mine. Like, engage with the content, talk about something you really liked, and just start getting your name out there that you're someone who is interested in the DCP vlogging community and that maybe you'd like to collab with these people when you go down there, but it has to be authentic. I don't like people who just like copy and paste. And also, this is another thing, do post your videos into like DCP vlogger Facebook pages and the general like program page for your acceptance period, but don't do sub for sub if it's just going to be like, if you're not going to watch their videos, if you're not interested in their content, because yes, your subscriber numbers will go up but your viewer numbers won't, and YouTube can quickly see that and it's not going to help you in the long run. I'd rather grow slowly and authentically than do it fast and have like no real audience base, because what's the point in having loads of subscribers if no one's commenting on your videos and no one's enjoying them? There's no point to it. At the end of the day, people should make YouTube videos for other people to enjoy, and if no one's enjoying them, why are you here? So that's all the main like prep stuff, but then these are a couple like general tips that I have. So framing your shot, especially for sit down videos, try and get it so that like there's some clearance here, like you're not right on the edge of the shot, but also that you're not back here like this and there's too much background. I know this from experience from editing videos that I have not always done this. This is things I've learnt, just know that. Try and make sure there's no like distracting thing in the background. I know that mine is a bit messy, but it's not that there's like an open door or something really distracting, you know what I mean? Then when you're vlogging as well, always try and hold the camera like slightly above and look up because it's a more flattering angle than looking down. And then my other tip for when you're out like vlogging in the parks, try and go in with a rough plan just to provide like more of a cohesive storyline to the people that are watching. Have a beginning, like introduce the vlog, what you're gonna do, have like a main body to it, and remember to close out at the end, because I always like, again, I've done this myself, but I've had videos where I was like, oh, whoops, forgot to film an outro, and it just is really like abrupt, the video just stops. So try and like keep in mind a narrative you want to be telling. Also try and not be like in direct glare of the sun, because then you're going to be squinting and it's just not a good look. But lighting generally is important, especially for sit down videos. I recommend using natural daylight because it's the most attractive to your skin, I think, and you don't get all these crazy shadows. But that is coming on to my next point, which is equipment. Loads of people get it into their mind that they need to have the best equipment, the best camera, lighting, tripod. You don't. I think the most important thing is that people will forgive like picture that's not the best, but bad audio. No, a lot of people are headphone users, so you need good audio at least. When it comes to equipment, there is nothing wrong with filming on your iPhone, especially like the latest model. They are such good quality, so especially if you're like not sure if you want to continue with it or if you've never vlogged before, just use your iPhone. It has a flip screen, so then you can like, well, not a flip screen but a flip cam, so then you can like see yourself, because I spent my whole first program trying to vlog with this bulky camera which had no flip screen, and it wasn't ideal in terms of like focus and stuff like that. I did sometimes just vlog on my iPhone because it was much easier. I then vlogged my whole second program on my Canon SX730, which was a very good kind of like starter vlogger camera. It has a flip screen, but it wasn't great for low light. It had an amazing zoom though. So in the dark it was like super blurry and it wasn't very good, but it was good for filming generally. The camera I have now is the one that it's become like the DCP staple, which is the Canon G7X Mark II, and yes, I did indoctrinate myself into the G7X cult. Best decision I ever made. I love this camera so much, but that was after vlogging for like a year and a half. I decided to get this because I was like, this is something I want to continue with, and I can't say enough good things about it. It's amazing. It's good for photos as well, so it's a good like all-in-one compact camera, but you do not need a G7X if you're not sure if you're going to be really vlogging at all. I see quite a lot of people selling them when they get down to the program after like a month and they haven't used it. Save your money and just see how things are for you and if it's worth investing. Then there's also the matter of a tripod. Disney don't generally allow like the big tripods, you know, like the stand-up one, but then there's really good gorilla pods that you can get which kind of clip into the end of your camera. I'll go get mine one sec. So this is a gorilla pod. I have the teeny baby one, and the legs are like super flexible so it can grip onto things. I just fiddle with it all the time, but you can like screw it into the bottom and then it's really good. You have like a bit more stability so it's not super shaky, which is especially good if you're going to try and film on rides. Then we come to when you're actually on your program, some tips that I have again for kind of like growing your subscriber count. Obviously share it with family and friends. I know it can be kind of daunting and intimidating to share it publicly with people who know you in real life, because YouTube does have a stigma around it, but I mean that's such a good place to start and get your viewership up, and honestly if they don't support you, they're not really true friends. And then my other tip for when you're out like vlogging in the parks, try and go in with a rough plan just to provide like more of a cohesive storyline to the people that are watching. Have a beginning, like introduce the vlog, what you're gonna do, have like a main body to it, and remember to close out at the end, because I always like, again, I've done this myself, but I've had videos where I was like, oh whoops, forgot to film an outro, and it just is really like abrupt. The video just stops. So try and like keep in mind a narrative you want to be telling, because you know YouTube is storytelling. The next thing is to try and be consistent with your uploads. I know some people try and do like daily or bi-weekly vlogs. I would just say choose an upload kind of schedule that suits you, but don't feel the need to stick to it, which is very contradictory. But I tried to upload at least once a week. Often it will be twice a week on my program, and when I did do that I found that my numbers grew a lot faster. But this comes to my next point, which is don't feel the need to film everything, and don't film if you're not in the mood. There are some vlogs that I have seen where I know my heart wasn't in it and it's not my best vlog, and there are some days where I started vlogging and then I was like, nope, it's just, I'm not in the mood for it, I just put it away. It's very obvious, it comes across if the person vlogging just isn't in the mood. Pick like certain days which you get excited about vlogging for, but don't feel the need to do it constantly, because it gets tiring and then you're gonna have so much content to edit as well, and editing can take a long time. So just film when you want to, and because it's a memory that you want to capture, because at the end of the day that should be why you're doing this, not for any other fame reasons. Which comes to my more general points about DCP YouTube. If you want to start a DCP YouTube channel, do it for the right reasons. Don't do it because you think you're gonna get loads of subscribers and followers and be like Emily Enchanted, because that doesn't happen. Like if you reach 1,000 subscribers, incredible. If you reach 200, amazing, you gained a little viewership. And you think about 200 people in a room, it's quite a lot of people that are, you know, invested in your content. But don't do it because you just want to be famous. You can tell instantly the people who are doing it because they just want the fame, because often they're imitating other people And if people want that content, they're going to go to the people that originally made it. They're not going to watch yours when yours probably isn't as good. No offense, because you haven't been doing it as long and it's just a copy. Be original, because then if that's a cool thing people are interested in, you'll gain your own audience in your own right. But yeah, copying, there's just no point to it because people already have that thing and they already like it. Be different and original, don't copy, and do it for yourself, not for clout, because at the end of the day it's a really tiny community. You're not gonna get like fame and fortune from DCP YouTube. I mean, yes, you might get recognized in the parks and it's an awesome feeling, I loved it, but you're gonna go back home and be like nothing again. No one in your town is gonna run up to you and be like, oh my god, I love you so much. Like maybe your best friends will, or your cousin or baby sister or something. No one's going to be invited on some brand trip because they vlogged their DCP. However, that comes to kind of the final section, which is the future of your channel post DCP. So one thing I'd recommend if you're looking to do this to have like a longer career, I do this a lot, but like it feels silly to talk about this so professionally because I don't really have the qualifications to. But if you're looking to do YouTube beyond the DCP, don't do a Disney username, which is probably a bit problematic because a lot of people do, but you can incorporate magic into it without it being like Emily's Disney Adventure or like Preston's Program. I don't know why I said Preston, I just love alliteration. But you know what I mean? Don't make it so it's like super niche and then you completely rebrand when you leave, because people don't like sudden change. You have to kind of grow with your audience and change gradually. I mean, I'm only just posting vlogs that are completely non-Disney, but I've taken very small gradual steps to get to the stage where people are interested in watching my London home vlogs, which I never expected because I thought my DCP would end and everyone would unsubscribe and I would never have a video that was successful again, which thankfully hasn't happened. But if you're looking for that, try not to become too like all about the program, because then people haven't got anything to latch onto after you leave. If your content is purely about Disney, then all of your viewers are going to be just wanting Disney content, and the likelihood is they won't stick around when you're not in Disney anymore, which is a sad reality, but it's true. So then I'm going to come to the last part of the video, which is about monetization, making money from YouTube, which is probably what a lot of people clicked on this video to see. So the way it works on YouTube is once you hit 1,000 subscribers, you can be monetized, and that means that you can get money by your viewers watching and clicking and engaging with the ads that YouTube then puts on your video. It's a very exciting milestone to hit if you had to work for it, and you can apply to the YouTube partner program. You get accepted pretty quickly within, I think it's in the space of a couple weeks, and then from there each video can become monetized so long as it doesn't contain copyright content. Copyright content is like if you had a Taylor Swift song as your background, then Taylor Swift would get all the money that your video makes, you wouldn't see any of it. Same thing can apply sometimes if you put too much content of a show into your vlog. So say you film like the entire Festival of the Lion King, it could happen that then Disney makes a copyright claim on that and then they would get all the money. It's fine to do like little clips, but just avoid doing like full-on sections. If you want to make money from your videos, it's important to include non-copyright music, which I wish I had more advice on this, but you just have to trawl through YouTube to find it and find stuff that isn't just like the super annoying repetitive stuff. It takes a while, but it is worth it when you find like a really good song that fits with your jam, put it in the background. In terms of how much money you can make, it's really inconsistent. I'm gonna have a look at some of my stats now to tell you guys, because I know there's nothing more annoying than these vague YouTube channels that are like, yeah, you know, you can make money from it, but they don't really tell you how much. So say for example, my most recent video, which was on crazy guest stories, that has 4.8 thousand views at the time I am filming this, and my estimated revenue from that is $41, which isn't that much, is it? Like, if we're being real. But then if we go to my Milan vlog, which only has 1,000 views, I earned $20. So that doesn't correlate, does it? 4.8 thousand views, $41, 1,000 views, $20. And that is because the Milan vlog was longer and it had more ad breaks in it, and people were watching it for longer and potentially just engaging with the advert more. If we go to say my Disneyland Paris vlogs, there was one that has 3,000 views and that earned me $11. So it really isn't like gonna change your life. I had a couple videos that have been really successful, like my story time videos. Okay, I said I wouldn't be vague, so let's have a look. Okay, Rude Guest Stories video has 34,000 views. My revenue is $180. That video I think is around 20 minutes long, and it took me probably another 30 minutes to edit and put together, and $180. So if you hit a niche and something that people are interested in, there's money to be made basically. I'm not going to reveal like my whole financial thing from YouTube, because I have had a few big videos and then lots that have got me like $30, $40. Obviously my most viewed video is my roommate termed one. I'm not going to disclose exactly how much I made from that. It's paid for my plane ticket, let's put it at that. That one had about 80,000 views now, which is a lot. But in short, my YouTube channel is paying for my trip back to Disney World in August. So that gives you an idea of how much money can be made. But like I said, don't do YouTube just for money, because it's so inconsistent. It's not gonna pay all your bills. DCP YouTube I'm talking about. These massive vloggers obviously are making a ton of money. Also, the thing about the way monetization works is you have the whole month, and then between the 10th and the 15th of the following month, YouTube will tell you how much money you're going to get through a company called like AdSense, which is the Google AdSense, the partner company. So you get told how much, and then it gets paid between the 20th and the 25th of the month. So it takes basically a whole month for the money that you've made to come into your bank account. So that is also another reason why you see a lot of vloggers uploading videos on the last day or two of the month, because if they uploaded it the following day, the money they make from it won't be seen until literally like 2 months later pretty much. Another thing is that when your video goes beyond 10 minutes, you can then insert an advert into the middle of the video. So that is why, again, you see a lot of videos that are like 10 minutes and 10 seconds, and you can add as many as you want. I try and not go crazy to disrupt like the viewer experience, but you could literally add one like every couple minutes if you wanted to. I mean, your viewers would probably get annoyed and click off, but you can do that. So I hope that kind of made sense and was a good like insight into the potential gains from YouTube. But on the flip side, I vlogged my whole first program and no one was watching it. So clearly I'm not in this purely for the views or the subs or the money. I would have stopped a long time ago if that was the case. Do it for enjoyment, because the audience is the best part. The money is like a bonus, but getting to interact with people from all over the world and have them be like loyal to your content is the most heartwarming thing, and people can say really, really lovely things. But just be yourself, and I'm sure people will love you as a person and they'll subscribe to you and your individuality, not because you're copying someone else. So I hope you enjoyed this and found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're about to start your DCP journey, please comment down below. I would love to check out your channels, and if people are watching this looking for new people to subscribe to, check out the comment section, because there'll surely be a lot of really cool people there who are looking to start out. I'll have links to everyone I mentioned in the description down below. They're all awesome vloggers. I'll list like a whole ton of them, even if they're not active DCP vloggers now. A lot of them have really cool home vlogs, because that's the awesome thing when you get to know these people and then they go back home and you can continue to see their adventure. And it can be more interesting than Disney, because I'm getting to see vlogs from so many parts of the US. I would never have seen them before if I wasn't like invested in that person. So I'm seeing Kentucky through Sarah Beth, I'm seeing St. Louis through Janie, and that's just really, really cool. Please subscribe down below for more videos. Like I said, I do still do some Disney videos, and I am going back to Disney in August, but I also have some very exciting trips coming up very soon where I'll be traveling, and my travel vlogs are my personal favorites, so I hope you check them out. That's all from me for now though. I hope you have a magical day, and if you are subscribed already and you got me to 5,000, thank you so much. You mean so much to me, and I don't know, I'm really awkward. That's the end of this video. See you next time. Cue my end screen, designed by the lovely Rachel, who was so nice to do my whole like rebranding for me, because I've never been the best at that. See her Instagram down below. Bye!
King of the swingers, oh, the jungle VIP. I've reached the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering me.